Jai Hind children, welcome to my YouTube channel as a study point. Student, today I am here with you with a second chapter of Moment, The Adventure of Toto. And this is very interesting. This is my second video on YouTube. It is very helpful for you to study at home in this corona pandemic situation. So it will very helpful for you. So keep watching and try to understand this story and basic points. So student, you can see this picture. This is the adventure of Toto. The Adventures of Toto. It is written by Ruskin Bond. Student, you know, this is Ruskin Bond. You have seen this picture. So this picture is of Ruskin Bond. But one thing more I would like to say you, student. Before studying the chapter, we should know about the writer. Not more, but little you should know. That is why I'm just mention here about the author. So you know, this is the Ruskin Bond. This is Ruskin Bond, who born on 19th of May 1934. He is an Indian author of British descent. You know, British descent. He has this quality of with a look and some other quality. We can say here, with his characteristics and with his face, he was just looking like a British person, but he was basically from India. He lives with his adopted family in Landau, Missouri, India. The Indian Council for Child Education has recognized his role in the growth of children's literature in India. He was awarded the Sahitya Academy Award in 1992 for his very beautiful work, Our Tree Still Grows in Tehran. His novel in English. Actually, he was just awarded with this Sahitya Academy Award for his very beautiful work, Our Trees Still Grow in Tehran, which was in English. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1999 and then Padma Bhushan in 2014. Student, this is the next point. This is the next topic. I mean to say theme of the story. You know, in the video I would like to provide you a more content about this chapter, but this is the theme only. This is the central figure only. This is the central point only, which will be very helpful for you to understand this story of the chapter. The Adventure of Toto by Ruskin Bond is an interesting story of a mischievous pet monkey. You know, student, in this story you will see a monkey whose name is Toto. He is very mischievous pet. The narrator's grandfather has an affection for the animals, so that is why he brought home a pet monkey whose name was Toto. The story revolves around Toto's constant nuisance and how he gets into trouble due to his adventures. Finally, he is sent back to the same place from where he came. It shows that not all the animals can adopt themselves to the human way of life. So this is very interesting story, student. In this story, you will see here how was the life of the Toto and how he behaved, how he react at home of narrator's grandfather. Student, this is the video. This is the video, very short film of this adventure of Toto. You can see and just keep watching and try to understand the story of the chapter. Let's see.
The story narrates the adventures that followed after the narrator's grandfather, who was an animal lover, bought Toto, a monkey. The story begins with grandfather buying Toto from a Tonga driver for 5 rupees. Toto was pretty and looked so out of place that grandfather decided to add him to his private zoo. He was, however, afraid of grandmother, who did not like him bringing home as many pets as he liked. So the narrator and grandfather brought Toto home and decided to keep him a secret from grandmother. Toto was extremely mischievous. The narrator, at one point in the story, writes that if there is a part of the brain especially devoted to mischief, that part was largely developed in Toto. Toto, on his first day, ripped open the peg to which he was tied, shredded the narrator's blazer, and tore up the wallpaper that grandfather had chosen for the walls. Toto was then transferred to the servants' quarters where he lived with the other pets. Usually, most of grandfather's pets got along well with each other. However, Toto kept all of them awake at night. To prevent further such issues, grandfather decided to take Toto with him to Dehradun. However, the journey was not the one grandfather was expecting. He and Toto made it through most of the trip without any incident. But at the railway turnstile, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and scared the ticket collector. The ticket collector thought Toto was a dog and charged poor grandfather 3 rupees extra. Grandmother finally accepted Toto and gave him a comfortable home at the stable. His companion was their donkey, Nana. However, when grandfather came to the stable to make sure that Toto was comfortable, he saw poor Nana struggling because Toto had jumped on her head and bitten her ears. Toto loved the warm baths that grandmother prepared for him. It was a treat for him. He would expertly check the temperature of the water and then enter the bath 1 foot at a time. Then he would soak and soap himself. Once he almost boiled himself because he did not realize that the kettle was still on the fire. He was saved by grandmother, who pulled him out of the kettle just in time. One day, grandmother had made pulao. When everyone entered the dining room, they saw Toto sitting on the table, stuffing himself with rice. He threw a plate at grandmother, who had screamed at him. He also threw a glass of water at one of the narrator's aunts. Then Toto jumped out the window with the dish of pulao. He climbed all the way up the jackfruit tree and ate all the rice while everyone watched. Finally, to take revenge on grandmother who had screamed at him, he threw the dish down the tree and laughed when it broke into pieces. This incident made everyone, especially grandfather, realize that they could not keep Toto for long. He was becoming very expensive for them to keep because he kept destroying things. They could not keep replacing them all the time. So grandfather took Toto back to the Tonga driver, but he could only sell him back for 3 rupees.
So student, I hope all of you have been understand that this video and the story of this chapter. So just after this video, I would like to introduce with the character of this story. First one is Toto, the central character, the main character of the story. Next is narrator, it means Ruskin Bond. Third one is narrator's grandfather, and fourth one is narrator's grandmother. And some of the other characters are here, but these are not important. Only these 4 characters are very important. Summary of this story. So student, I'm here with a summary of the story. Okay student, just have this. The writer's grandfather liked to collect. The writer's grandfather liked to collect animals and had a zoo at home. So this is very interesting. We can see here, writer's grandfather who liked very much to the animals, and also he just have a zoo at home. Once he brought a monkey named Toto from a Tonga driver for a sum of 5 rupees. Toto was kept secretly as the grandmother disliked animal. Grandmother uh, does not like him. That's why grandfather just brought him at home, just hiding from the grandmother. Toto was very mischievous. When the author, when the writer and his grandfather hid Toto in a cupboard and tied him to a hook. He broke the hook and caused havoc in the room. The next day, when he was kept in the servant room along with other animals, he did not let them sleep all night. As grandfather had to go to the Saharanpur for work, he decided to take the monkey along with him. He carried Toto in a strong bag made of canvas and closed the jeep nicely so that Toto could not escape. Toto made unsuccessful attempt to get out of the bag, which made the bag jump and roll. This aroused the curiosity of fellow passengers at the railway station. So that time everyone was very curious to know what is the thing inside the bag of grandfather. At the Saharanpur railway station, student, you know, at the Saharanpur railway station, when grandfather was getting his ticket checked, Toto peeped out. Peeped out means just looking outside of the bag. Toto peeked out of the bag and smiled at the ticket collector. As the ticket collector declared that it was a dog, grandfather had to buy a ticket for 3 rupees, much to his annoyance. When Toto was accepted by grandmother, it was given a place in the stable along with the donkey, Nana. The name of the donkey was Nana. Toto did not get along with Nana as well. Toto enjoyed taking bath in warm water during the winter season. One day, he almost boiled himself. This is very interesting line. Student, just keep remember this question may be come in your examination. So one day, he almost boiled himself when he jumped into a kettle of boiling water. One afternoon, Toto ate the family meal of pulao. He threw the empty dish from the tree and it broke it into several pieces. Toto's mischiefs grew by the day, and grandfather realized that they could not keep him at home. Finally, he found the same Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him for a sum of 3 rupees. So, this is the complete summary of this story. Now, what is the message writers want to give here? In this story, the writer intend to convey the message that the baby animal look cute and we are tempted to put them as pet. However, we should not get carried away by their prettiness because each animal has its own characteristics. Sorry, this is by mistake. Own should be own, O-W-N. So here, characteristic. Some animals like monkey are very mischievous. They can cause a lot of damage if one is not careful with them. So one should not keep animals as pets until one has adequate information and skill to train and handle them. However, animals thrive better to live in their natural habitat. So, student, here this writer want to give a message. Home is not for the every animals. Every animal just have their own specific place to live. So just like here, grandfather just brought a pet monkey to brought his house. That is why he was in trouble. That is why we should not we can say here every person, every animal and every bird just have their own specific place to survive. So don't change the place of a person, animal or monkey. So if this monkey is able for to live or survive in the zoo, then he must to go there. If human beings can be survive in the house, in the home, then they should be in the home, not in the forest. So students, these are the assignment for you. How does Toto come to grandfather's private zoo? You know, Toto was a pretty monkey. In what sense is Toto pretty? This is very important question. Why does grandfather take Toto to Saharanpur and how? Why does the ticket collector insist on calling Toto a dog? Next, how does Toto take a bath? Where has he learned to do this? Where has he learned to do this? How does Toto almost boil himself alive? Next, why does the author say Toto? Now, thank you for watching, student. So on the basis of this video, student, I hope all of you have been understand that this video, this is story. But again, I would like to say you, if you have any query, if you have any problem, then you can comment in my comment section box. And please don't forget to like and subscribe this channel, because if you will subscribe my channel, then you will get updates of my upcoming videos. So please like and subscribe, and if it is possible to comment, so please comment in my comment section box. Thank you. Have a nice day, student.